What's going on, everyone? And welcome to episode 2 of season 2 of Pass the Joystick. And look who we got here today. We finally got Nick back. So, Nick, tell us a little bit of what's going on. Welcome back.
Yes.
How's everything going now?
Good. I had to move. Well, not had to move, but I did move.
Yeah.
So that was a long process.
Of course.
We're done. We're settled in, and I'm good.
Very nice.
Happy.
Good. Well, welcome back. We are back on the episodes now, and we're bringing you some gaming news, and we're bringing you everything that's happening in the gaming world, because there is a lot of stuff going on, especially with Cyberpunk coming out this week. Finally, after 8 long years.
Finally.
And yeah, probably by the time that you're watching this, you're already playing the game. So tell us how it is. We'll tell you how it is next week on our next episode. And yeah, we are very excited to be playing that already. So welcome to episode 2, and let's get into it real quick with what have we been playing. And Nick, you haven't been here for a while, so
yeah.
During the move and everything, have you been playing some stuff?
Yes, that's the one thing I've been able to do.
Right.
So it's been moving, working, and then playing when I'm getting home from work or whatnot.
Right.
Started a lot of games, so I normally have been playing a lot of Smite. I decided to take a little bit of a break from that because every now and then it's usually a good idea. Because
that's with any game.
Yeah, I'll just play that pretty much every day all day, and I'll forget about everything else.
Mm-hmm.
So I picked up an old game called Vanquish, which was like a 2012, 2013 game from Platinum Games. Absolutely fantastic. It's pretty much an action game where you play like a guy in a mech suit, and you just go and you shoot stuff and you fight people.
What else can you ask for?
Super fun. Yeah, pretty much it's like a 6-hour game. You just run through it. You know, for the price I got it for, it's a blast. That I started Dark Souls for a little bit, and then I was like, this may be a little bit too much for me, so I started Neo 2, and that game was ridiculously hard. That's so a fun game.
It is a fun game.
I'm very surprised by the fact that I actually enjoy that game, because I'm normally not into those type of things, but that game's super cool.
Neo 2 was like just an incredible game and everything overall. I feel like it was a very well put together game.
Yeah.
Just like, obviously the Dark Souls games and all that stuff, but the feel of Neo was amazing.
It's super, what's the word for it? Yeah, I guess you could say like well put together. Yeah. And it's gorgeous, and then the character customization is just
beautiful.
Oh my god.
That's one of my favorite parts of it. Yeah.
I think I spent like a solid 30 minutes doing my character, because it was me, my girlfriend, and my roommate all pitching in to create this character, and we landed on the design, and we were like, this is it. This is it. We made the perfect anime girl.
Very nice.
And then my birthday gift was actually Immortals Phoenix Rising,
which we talked about in one of our previous episodes. Yeah.
So that was that.
I know you put in a little bit of time on it. Yes. So how is it so far? Because it's from the company that I don't like. So
yeah, it's a Ubisoft game.
Yeah,
which puts, you say Ubisoft, you say open world, and a lot of people go.
Mm-hmm. I mean, look at Watch Dogs, which I'm not even going to talk about.
Yeah, surprisingly, I've heard nothing but good things about Legion, which is cool, because
I've heard nothing but bad things about Legion. So we're talking to different people.
I think that's also the case, because we've said that about a few games that we've played before too, where I've heard good things, you've heard bad things. It's kind of like a 50-50 spectrum type of situation.
I will say though, I have heard nothing but good things about Assassin's Creed, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah, I'm surprised about that one. Yeah. I expected to hear, I guess, bad things just because.
Yeah, I mean, it's expected at this point. It's been so long and everything on it. Whatever. Anyway.
Yeah. No, but I'm
Phoenix
glad
Rising.
that's doing good. Yes, that game. So for starts, gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. It's so visually stimulating, because it's just so vibrant.
Right.
And the cool thing about it is you start the game. It's about like a 2-hour prologue. It's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot to get through. You pretty much just are earning like your wings in a type of in a literal and
literally way.
Before you actually get into the game world, there's 5 different regions, all with like a different god from Greek mythology, different environment, and it's different color palettes per every area, different music. So nice. You start off in Aphrodite's land, and then you'll work your way to Ares' land, and then you'll go and you kind of go around. Each area has different armor sets with different looks, different creatures that you find, stuff like that.
That's nice.
It's really nice, and it's cool because the way they introduce that is you go through the first introduction, and then it just puts out the entire map for you, and you're just like, if you want to go to Ares' line, you can. You're not like restricted, but they're harder to fight.
Right, of course.
So you want to kind of like level up and do something to at least get.
That's not too bad, yeah. I mean, kind of like open world type deal, and then you get to kind of like the RPG style where you level up and then customize and all that stuff, which is not too bad.
And you're not like, what's the word for it? you're not restricted to. So like for example, if I have the first mission that I want to do, which of course everyone kind of wants to do the first campaign mission, you can actually just go and do these things called vaults, which vaults give you upgrades for like stamina, health, different melee weapons, different upgrades for weapons, bow and stuff like that. You can just do all those in like one land and then do the campaign. So like when you start the campaign, you're like super
kind of like in Assassin's Creed where you do all your side quests for like the different hidden sectors and all that stuff. So
yeah, same thing. I mean, they even have the what's it called? The thing where you climb all the way to the top and then you scour the
viewpoints.
Land, the viewpoints. But it's funny how they do it because, first of all, the game is very comedic. So if you've ever played Borderlands or if you play like a very comedy-based game, it's exactly how it is. The game's narrated by Zeus and Prometheus, who are two different gods. And every action that you do, from breathing, just literally breathing, walking around the lands, picking up stuff, they're narrating you.
Very nice.
If you stand there too long, they will make fun of you. And they will like say it in a sense. The game's very fourth wall, so like it's always aware of what you're doing.
Right.
So it's very funny. It's very good to play. It's very I call it like a palate cleanser because everything that I play is always
everything has been different, right?
Everything's very serious. Everything's very dreary, or it's a multiplayer game with a lot of combat. This is.
I'm considering on grabbing it. I mean, I feel like it'll be a little bit of a breath of fresh air and everything. But I mean, in a few days we got Cyberpunk, so I feel like I don't need anything new for now. And then Cyberpunk, I'm hoping to finish it within a month because then the Medium comes out in January, which got delayed. So whatever. But I got the Medium in January, so that's another game. So probably I'll pick up Phoenix Rising, at some point.
I have a physical copy.
So I'll just bring I can borrow it then.
Yeah,
perfect. Beautiful.
It actually also is Series X enhanced.
Yes.
So the load times are beautiful, quick, smooth, easy. The combat feels fluid. I'm actually surprised by how good the combat feels because I didn't expect the game to feel that way. You get different abilities that aren't.
And it is Ubisoft, so it's a give and take, of course. It's a hit or miss on that.
It is.
But I'm glad that they did it well for that.
Yeah.
So, hey,
it's good. It's fun.
Whatever. If Ubisoft is pulling out these games and they're actually being good and whatnot, then I might give the shot to the new games like Assassin's Creed and then of course Phoenix Rising.
I do want to play Valhalla one day because it does seem cool.
It does seem good, and I haven't played an Assassin's Creed in a very long time because I haven't had the need. But I feel like this one, it's really the one in my opinion. Like I feel like it looks to be the next big one.
Yeah, because I was gonna grab Odyssey actually because they had it on Black Friday special for like $15. So I was like, wow, that would be cool.
That didn't even tempt me. I saw it, but I was like, nah, I'm good. But yeah, I mean, I've been playing a little bit of the same stuff. Pretty much, it's just Smite, Apex Legends because the new holiday event started with the train and everything, which is amazing.
How was that?
It's really fun. They changed it a little bit, of course. 3 teams. Like it was, and then every character gets their different loadouts. They change it every day with every character, and then you're looking at a lot of the same characters per match because a lot of people are doing Bunker, which is gonna be with Rampart now, which is ridiculous.
Yeah.
They're doing a lot of Caustic, and they're changing the last one between I think it's Gibraltar. Or they're doing mobility with Wraith. So you're seeing a lot of these characters, but Rampart is like a given. You see Rampart in every match. Every match you see a Rampart.
Oh no.
But I go by the character that has the best weapon, so I play whoever.
Okay.
But it's been fun.
So they give you a loadout every time.
Every match, every character has a loadout. Every day, characters have the same loadout for the day. And then you change, depending on the character you have, the loadout is different one now.
Okay.
But it's been really good. I did post a little video of our Apex gameplay, so go check that out.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool. But yeah, Apex Legends and then The Witcher, which just getting ready for Cyberpunk mentally because it's same company, but of course different gameplay. And The Witcher has been amazing. The Witcher, it's really impressed me on how it performs on the Xbox Series X because of load times, like fast travel. No load times at all. Literally, it's instant. You choose your fast traveling time, and then it's instant. You go. And then the combat is smooth as hell. And the gameplay, it's amazing. I mean, it is The Witcher's.
Yeah.
One of the best games I've ever made. So it's been really fun, and of course Animal Crossing because the winter event is amazing. I think I've been putting more time into Animal Crossing than any other game. So yeah, Animal Crossing has been
I guess not really.
It's so good. Yeah, I'm very very happy with it.
Any game on the Switch, you just.
But that's it, yeah. That I haven't been playing much of anything else. Of course, by next week you're gonna hear a lot of Cyberpunk.
Yeah,
it's pretty much
we're gonna
all
talk about
Cyberpunk
for a bit.
Pretty much all
gonna have to
Cyberpunk.
put it on lock.
Yeah, definitely. We'll give you our thoughts and everything. But by the time you're watching this, if you've played it already, then just let us know how you guys are feeling about the game and so far how it's treating you with the storyline. What class did you pick? What route are you taking on the storyline? So because it's pretty cool, you get Nomad, Street Kid, Business, Corporate, which is amazing. So
which one are you doing?
And that's what I was gonna say because you guys remember Alexis that was here last week. He's actually doing Corporate. Which is interesting because that's what I would see him playing.
Yeah, exactly.
But we are not playing that. I'm actually playing Street Kid.
Okay.
And you are playing?
I'm stuck between Street and Nomad.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm stuck between the two.
So that's the funny thing because I know Nomad is the one that will get like a really interesting way of the story. Obviously, all they're gonna clash later on, but the Nomad story seems very interesting overall. I'm going Street Kid because I just like the cosmetics on how it looks and everything. It's just,
that's my visual appeal. So I'm like very there. Yeah. But I also like part of me. I mean, I do feel like I want to do multiple playthroughs.
Yeah, I mean, definitely.
Main campaign,
but the thing is, it's gonna take a while.
It is
you know. So, but hey, we'll see. By next week, we'll let you know what we pick.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna stick to Street Kid, but who knows? That can change. We'll see. But anyways, let's get into our topics for today, which, it's been a very interesting week, especially, and we are a gaming channel, so we bring out a lot of gaming news and everything, but we're going to be talking about movies this time. Yeah. We have two movies that we're going to be talking about, and the first movie was announced a little while ago, which was Metal Gear Solid, the movie. Mm-hmm. And Metal Gear Solid, I feel like it's well overdue that it actually needs a movie. Finally it's getting a theater adaptation. So I'm very excited about the movie itself. I'm very excited about the actor that they picked. So Oscar Isaac, it's actually taking the role of Solid Snake in the Metal Gear Solid movie. So if you guys don't know him, he's been in multiple movies like Star Wars. He's been he's done a few voice acting in like the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, and he's actually in a upcoming movie from Warner Brothers called Dune. So if you haven't seen the trailers for any of those, or if you haven't seen any of those movies, check them out.
Or even Star Wars.
Star Wars. Yeah, if you the latest trilogy of Star Wars, he was in those. So Oscar Isaac, incredible actor, and I feel like the look of him, I'm just very excited. How do you feel about Oscar Isaac? How do you feel about the movie overall?
I used to be a really big fan of Metal Gear. I still like it. Mm-hmm. And side note, I'm hoping that the rumor that we see a Metal Gear Solid remake on PS5 is true, mm-hmm. because they're saying that might be the case, that they take the first game and completely remake it for the PS5. Which that
would be incredible.
We'll see Thursday when
I know, in the VGA.
Besides that, I mean, I'm interested. I'm not gonna say I'm excited because I'm not like, oh my god, mm-hmm. but I'm intrigued.
It's funny because we should have had Alexis for this episode here because that's his actual favorite game of all time. It's Metal Gear Solid. And
Phantom Pain is one of my favorite games of all time.
Phantom Pain, I feel like it's one of the best games ever made out there, especially like, last game obviously with Kojima in Konami and whatnot. So I feel like that game was just incredible. But Metal Gear as a whole, I feel like the franchise of it, I feel like it's a very well put together story. The character development on actual Solid Snake, and then all the other characters that you meet throughout the story, I feel like it's just incredible. Yeah. So it's so good, so well put together as a whole, that it's a game that just it brings you back to the tactical espionage type of game style and whatnot. Obviously, it has changed a lot because, like you said, Phantom Pain was,
completely.
It was different than any other Metal Gear ever made.
Yeah.
And it was good. It actually worked.
It was fun.
Now,
the more you put into it, the more you got out of it, which is fair.
We don't talk about Metal Gear Survive because that never happened.
Yeah, that technically didn't happen.
that didn't happen. But
that was like a Konami, give me money.
Exactly, because they let go of Hideo Kojima, which was the creator of Metal Gear, and they let him go, and then they tried to make a game without him. We saw what happened. Don't do that again. But Metal Gear Solid, the movie with Oscar Isaac, I feel like it's going to be great. We'll post some links so you guys can see the different pictures and everything on how he's looking, and I feel like the actual fan-made art that they have made and the different posters that they have made of it, I feel like he looks really good.
Yeah.
I'm very excited about that. Another movie that is, it's gonna be hit or miss, because obviously it's from a director that has done previous movies that have not been great. Video game movies, by the way, like Resident Evil. Oh, my favorite genre of video games, but the movies and everything, obviously. It is gonna be with Mila again, and it's gonna be the Monster Hunter movie.
That's sad.
So Monster Hunter, it's coming out, and it looks very promising. The trailer is out. We'll post the link so you guys can see the trailer if you guys haven't caught it. I'm excited about it because as bad as Resident Evil was, you know, I'm very hopeful.
It was fun.
Yeah, exactly. So it was fun for what it was.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm having higher hopes for the new Resident Evil series that is coming out, or the new Resident Evil movie, whatever they're gonna make with it. I'm very hopeful for that, because they're gonna be the Netflix one.
Okay.
So they're gonna bring Leon. They're gonna bring the Raccoon City Police Department. They're gonna bring these characters from the actual story of the game.
That's gonna be dope.
And it's gonna focus on them rather than focusing on a character that doesn't have to do anything with the story of Resident Evil, and just focusing on her. So I'm very hopeful for that. Now, Monster Hunter looks really good. It's actually gonna focus on Mila again, on her character, but they're gonna be traveling to the Monster Hunter world. And yeah, you're gonna see all these iconic monsters from the game, and they're gonna fight all of these with their different weapons. You're gonna see weapons from the game, which looks amazing. They actually, I feel like the props that they used. I don't know if you were able to catch the trailer.
I've seen teasers.
Yeah, so the props and everything, the props that they were on it, I feel like they look incredible. But I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. I know you play Monster Hunter. I know you're a big Monster Hunter fan of it. So how are you feeling bringing that into the theaters? With what you know now.
I'm depressed. No. I love Monster Hunter World. I think Monster Hunter World is probably, and I mean, we've probably said like one of the best games, best games, like for a few games, but like all the games that we've been talking about are very, very, very good.
They're highly acclaimed games. They're incredible games overall.
Yeah, but like Monster Hunter World, when it released, from my experience with games of like that range, I've never played any Monster Hunters prior, but that was easily the most time I've put into a game in a short time span.
From release, yeah.
From release to like 3 months in years. I think the last game I put that much effort into was Destiny 1. Because when Destiny 1 came out, that was pretty much the same situation. But Monster Hunter World, on release, even had twice as much content. And it had so much more to do.
It definitely did.
When you hit like end game, technically, you had no end in sight.
Right. There's really no end, technically.
Yeah, you just play and play. If you wanted like the perfect gear set, go ahead, but you were probably gonna numb yourself to death because you had to fight the same boss a few dozen times, far some equipment.
Yeah, I mean it's like Destiny. You know, you have to grind and everything, but Monster Hunter does make it fun.
Yeah, Monster Hunter makes it fun because you actually like have different gear sets for different stuff that you could do, different upgrades, and like I could spend 5 or 6 hours doing one skill tree and then come back and do it again for another weapon.
And let's not talk about that. It is a online game that you can play with friends too.
Yes.
So that actually adds some flavor into Monster Hunter, because the previous ones, like on the 3DS, any Nintendo console and everything like that, weren't as big as Monster Hunter Worlds.
Yeah.
And this one was like out of there.
And let's not mention that the Series X update, when I got my console, that was the first game I downloaded because I was like, that game actually has a 60 frames update on day one.
Crazy.
Beautiful. Smooth. I was like, I had a problem because I was like, man, if I really get back into this, I'm gonna have to buy Iceborne, because like that was like the expansion where the game's like so much harder and fun, and my roommate really loves that, and he played that, and he was like, yeah, bro, I'll put like another 50, 60 hours into it, and I'm like,
that's it.
I can't afford that.
That's it, man. I mean, not with games coming out like
not with everything out right now. But no, maybe in the future.
I've always mentioned my least favorite company, which, as we know, is Ubisoft, but I've never mentioned my favorite company, which is actually Capcom. And Capcom is, you know, the developers of Monster Hunter and everything, which is amazing. They obviously make Resident Evil and all that other stuff. So they make really great games out there, like Devil May Cry and a bunch of other stuff, which is just, you know, beautiful games.
Special edition?
Yeah. Incredible. But
so good.
The Monster Hunter movie, we'll see. We'll give you the thoughts, because I'm definitely gonna watch it on day one. It's actually coming to No, never. I'm sorry. It's not coming to HBO. It's not. Is it Warner? No, it's not.
No, it's
not. Never mind. But I will be watching it anyways.
It's Legendary Pictures.
Yeah. I will be watching it day one anyway. So whenever it does come out, I'll talk about it. I'll tell you my feelings about it. We'll see if it's good. If it's not, then you'll be hearing from me.
And if you don't,
yeah,
she's Mila's coming to the game, so
yeah,
you
that
can,
is
you
true.
Can play as her,
That is true. Mila is coming to the game, so you guys can play as her on the Monster Hunter Worlds. But let's get into the big topic, which it is this week and it's happening. It's coming with in a few days. By the time you're watching this, like I said, you're already playing the game. It is Cyberpunk 2077. Cyberpunk 2077. What are your expectations? Let's start with that. What are you hoping from the game? I know you've seen a lot from the game. We've been waiting for it for years already. So what are you hoping to get out of the game? What are your big hopes?
So like, I'm trying to keep my expectations manageable because I already know how I am. Yeah. I'll hype myself up for a certain experience and then not get like even a portion of that, and then I'm like really disappointed. That's
exactly how I am.
So yeah, I feel you that I'm trying to like keep like a level headed for this game. But today was the embargo day, so all embargoes are up, all reviews are out, everyone's talking about the game. I've read 3 separate reviews because I was generally curious. I read the highest review that I could find, I read a mid tier, and then I read the lowest review I could find, just to get like a general basis.
Give us a. I didn't see. What was the lowest? Let's start there. What was the lowest that you saw?
The lowest was a 7 from GameSpot.
Okay. Now, I did read that one.
Okay.
Did you read from who it was though?
No.
Okay.
I didn't see who the writer was.
Alright, so the writer of GameSpot, they did give it a 7, but unfortunately they had this girl write this review for the game, and unfortunate to say, the only games that she plays constantly, and she's a fan of this, it's Pokemon and Animal Crossing. So they chose her to take probably one of the biggest games ever made from CD Projekt Red to write this review. So you can kind of understand why the 7 is there. So
it's so hard to digest right now.
Yeah, so this girl literally only plays these games.
Yeah, because those are very uplifting, positive, completely.
It's a completely different feel. Yeah, no,
in a whole other universe.
100%. It's completely different than what Cyberpunk is.
Yeah.
Overall. So you can kind of understand why the 7 is there. Right.
You're grabbing something different.
So, but anyways, what was the highest that you saw?
It was like 3 10s.
Okay.
There was like 3 10s.
Very nice.
And there was the IGN review, which was very, very, very long.
Okay.
I think it took me like 20 minutes to read through that review.
Really?
It was crazy.
I didn't read that one. I saw that they gave it a 9, but I didn't read through it.
So it was a very long review, which is cool because I'm glad that someone went out of their way to actually flesh it out. But the consensus and what everybody is saying is absolutely beautiful, rich, filled world. Probably one of the most filled and realized worlds. Like when you go outside and you're doing an environment, it's always
everything is interactive.
Everything's interactive. You could
that is
you
amazing.
could do missions and one of the things I was watching it with my roommate was somebody played through the story, which was if you just book it straight through the main line, was about 20 hours.
Okay.
You book it through that, and
which is not bad. It's pretty much about as long as The Last of Us.
Yeah, exactly. But what's crazy to me is I've been seeing people complaining about that, but then Immortals, its entire playthrough is around 25 or 40. Like if you decide to really like hardball the game.
And that's with doing everything or story?
Everything. Absolutely everything. So I'm over here like, okay, so only 20 hours for the campaign. That's pretty good.
That's not bad. I mean, obviously it's not as big as The Witcher was.
Yeah.
Which it's not as big of a world as The Witcher either.
Correct.
So,
but also this is like really dense.
Exactly. That was my next point. And doing straight story for 20 hours, it's not too bad for a world that you can literally do everything on it. So that's not considering all the side missions. That's not considering secret sectors that you can explore. That's not considering all these things that are gonna expand your story and your playthroughs and everything.
Correct.
Too much more.
Yeah, so. It's. I mean, the more I read, the more put a little hope in my head. I was like, oh, okay, this is gonna be like the game that I'm really hoping for. Because also, one of the big things that I noted was I've read half the way the IGN review, and the person said that, hey, once you get to this point in the game where like there's no like beyond, like you can't go back and save, it's like a point of no return type of situation, because like, there's a lot of games that do that. He beat the game and he was like, okay, that's cool, but then he went back to the save before that and he did a really big chunk of side missions, and then he got like multiple endings that he wasn't even given before.
Really?
So
everything can be changed.
Everything can change pretty drastically, which is cool.
All right.
So that just makes you want to like dive more into the game.
Oh no, of course, and then that way you can actually see all the different ways that the story can change. Pretty much.
And I saw, and this was what I wanted from the game, was that the augmentations are overwhelming. Like there's too much, which I don't think that's a bad thing, because if you're telling me that I have that much that I can do, or overwhelming even,
right,
I'll play the game.
To be honest with you, I don't feel like that's a big of a problem with me, because CD Projekt Red is known to do stuff like that. We know with The Witcher, they filled everything up with a bunch of missions. They filled everything that you can do with your character, and then storyline on the actual world. So I'm feeling like Cyberpunk was gonna do that. They like we already mentioned, the world of Cyberpunk is smaller than The Witcher, but they did fill it more than The Witcher, so you can do more in the world itself. So my expectations for Cyberpunk are gonna be, you know, it's something that I want to be involved, something that is gonna take me overall into a different type of universe of what I've been playing, I guess, something different. So I wanna just see what CD Projekt Red can do with something futuristic, with something in, you know, in a cyberpunk world. And then obviously the storyline, I'm looking forward to what the storyline is gonna give me. And now understanding that my side stories can change everything, that's gonna even give me more of a reason to do more in the game. So not just book it through the story. As long as I can finish it within a month, I feel like I'm good. That's not a month is more than 20 hours. So I think I'm almost.
Honestly, I could see. So the way that I'm looking at it also is like, this is a game that's gonna have, I'm hoping, and from what everyone's, and from just again general consensus, what the few reviews that I've read, is that it's gonna be a game that just gets better as time goes on, because they're gonna have the time to do what they want. They're gonna have that next gen patch and the following months, however long that takes.
Continue supporting it, and they're good about that. CD Projekt Red is good about putting up patches and updates and everything
will
about
get better.
Right.
I'm also, they said that the day one patches for stability and performance.
Yeah.
It's not bugs. The one thing I did hear was that there's a lot of bugs.
I did read about that. Yeah, I did read about that also.
But I mean, Skyrim had a lot of bugs when I first played.
And everybody loved it.
Yeah. So.
And Skyrim is probably one of the best games ever made out there.
Yeah. So I guess you have give and take.
Yeah.
I'm okay with bugs because I've never seen a game that didn't have bugs.
No, of course, not on day one. On day one, it's like, I mean, I'm not even gonna mention it again, but Ubisoft's games, they're all buggy on day one.
Oof.
And I don't
Assassin's
wanna...
Creed Syndicate.
Oh my god.
Where they didn't have faces.
Unity, bro.
Oh, Unity. Yeah, Unity was the one without the faces.
I couldn't even. That was the first time that they went into multiplayer. Like, they wanted to bring everybody multiplayer. Oh my god.
They were like...
Unity was just horrendous.
Together.
But... yeah, we'll see. Cyberpunk 2077 is gonna have it. It's the big game. It's the one that we've been waiting for 8 years. If you're a gamer out there, you know about Cyberpunk. You're probably gonna get the game.
Or you just probably saw it for the first time as an ad. Or if you go to Best Buy.
And if you don't, if you're a gamer and you haven't heard about Cyberpunk, look into it. Grab the game. That's probably one of the best experiences that you're gonna have with a game. But we'll see. Yeah, we're gonna have the high hopes and everything, and let us know in the comments, what are you expecting from Cyberpunk? What are you doing in the game already? Because like we said, the episode it's out now when Cyberpunk is out. So tell us what you guys been doing. What classes did you pick? What roads are you taking in the game? So we'll see. But the final thing that we're gonna be talking is, you know, the year is ending. We got the VGAs coming. The final big game is gonna be Cyberpunk. So we are gonna enter 2021, and what are our expectations for 2021 from the gaming industries? What are you hoping that 2021 brings for us? What do you want as a gamer? What do you want to feel in 2021 as a gamer?
You know what I want?
What do you want?
I want Splinter Cell.
Splinter Cell.
I want Splinter Cell.
All right.
That's it. I'm gonna say this every time. I've been saying this for months, years.
Splinter Cell.
I want Splinter Cell. That's it.
Okay.
I'm cool with a lot of things happening.
Right.
I think the biggest surprise.
Give me like your top 3. I don't know. What would you want to see? Top 3. What would you want?
That's easy.
Obviously, Splinter Cell.
Splinter Cell's number 1. For some reason, some way, some possible how, by like magician's work, Scalebound to be revived.
Scalebound. Wow.
And a full-fledged Dragon Ball RPG.
Yes. Okay.
That's it.
Scalebound, man. If Scalebound, if it happens, like, it's just
amazing.
You know,
everything else is just, you know.
Yeah. So 2021, I'm hoping that it's gonna be the revival and everything. Now with the big community of gamers that we have out there, 2020 was a ridiculous game for gaming. It was just so big. We had so many people coming to the world of gaming. It was a good year, yeah. I mean, for gaming, obviously for gaming. Obviously not because of everything happening in the world, which, you know, it is sad to say, but gaming has held a lot of people together. It has brought a lot of people into the community, which is amazing.
Switches are out of stock. Xboxes are out of stock.
Switches, PlayStation. You can't get any gaming console because of sound. Yeah, tablets, which is crazy. But I'm hoping, obviously I'm getting Resident Evil, so I don't have to hope for that. Resident Evil is coming in 2021, so I'm very excited for that. The Medium is also, so my hopes for 2021 is just give me a lot of horror games.
Yeah.
Like, that's my number one. Just give me a lot of horror games, and I want to see, you know, if it happens when it comes to horror, I just want to see like a remake of Resident Evil 4. So if you can give me a Resident Evil 4 remake, because I already have 3, I already have 2. If you can give me a Resident Evil 4, that's probably one of my all-time favorite games of Resident Evil. So if I can get that, I'm very happy.
Yeah, I think just spruce up the visual design.
Yeah, no, that's all.
Keep the game.
That's all. Yeah, no, that's it. Just give me updated visuals on how Resident Evil 3 looks. But give me the same story. That's it.
I would buy it because I actually enjoyed playing that game. I never finished it. But
it was incredible.
But I would love the visual aesthetic.
Yes. If it changes like how Resident Evil 3 looks, that's all I would need. Because the storyline, I feel like it was perfect. It was just one of the best stories that I've ever played.
Yeah. What a pretty game.
Yeah.
By the way, 3 is.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness. So good.
That RE engine is crazy for those, and I mean, those games are gorgeous. But I will always say that I feel like the best use of that engine was probably Devil May Cry.
Yeah.
I know it's very similar in quality.
It is. But Devil May Cry uses it very well because of the fast-paced gameplay and everything, how they do it. Resident Evil is more dark, gloomy, and then more, you know, straight line.
You're getting a lot of visual effects. You're getting like a bunch of things happening at once in the game.
Yeah.
Somehow targets 120, and I've seen it hit like 115 for like some videos and stuff like that.
It's pretty really amazing.
Cool.
Yeah.
But excited.
Yeah, 2021, I'm also hoping to see, you know, my hope is to see a big change. Like, give me a game that, even if it doesn't come out in 2021, give me an announcement of a game that can change the way of how gaming is. I want to see just the next generation, because we now have the next generation consoles with the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X. We have them. We have the hardware. Now I need a game that can actually take full support of that. So we'll see. I mean, I want something as, how do I put this? Ambitious as what Anthem was supposed to be. You know, I want something.
Anthem remake.
And we got the Anthem 2.1 remake.
Yes.
So
I forgot about
you know, that's a big thing. So if I can get what Anthem was supposed to be, or a game, not even Anthem, but a game that can give me that ambition, then hey, that's pretty much all I need.
Because when they first announced Anthem, that was the hypest I've ever been. I don't even think Cyberpunk for me even touched that level of excitement.
No, not even for me either. Trailer. Yeah, not even for me. Like Anthem, when it was first shown, and the ambition that they put behind it, I feel like that was the hypest any gamer would have been. Yeah, I remember showing that game to people that don't even play games, and they were like, "What is this?"
Amazing.
Yeah, like
give me 2 Xboxes.
Yo, like it was just ridiculous. So that's what I want. I just want a game that just fulfills that. Yeah. That it gives me that feeling and everything. So 2021, I mean, and I'm hoping, you know, something big from Nintendo, because I love Nintendo
Switch
overall.
Pro.
If I get the Switch Pro, then I mean, I'm all set, because I still have my Generation 1 Nintendo Switch. Yeah. Like the first day one that released Nintendo Switch, I still have it. That's the one that I use every day. I'm getting a lot of Joy-Con drift. Unfortunately, I can fix that easily with getting new Joy-Cons, but I would much rather just get a new. They're expensive. Yeah, I'd much rather just get a new console and call it a day, and keep that one, of course, because it's day one, Generation 1.
Or you can buy the Hori Fight Pad.
Nah, I'm good.
It's like $30.
Yeah, nah. But I'm very excited about what 2021 is gonna bring. We still have a few. I want to say it's 2 more episodes before 2021 ends or so.
Yes.
So we'll see. We're gonna we're hoping to see what else can we bring to you guys, and we're gonna be doing walkthroughs of a few different areas that we'll be visiting, different places. So keep that in touch. Yeah. But that brings to the end. We finally have Nick back, so let's keep it going.
Life is good.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. So. It's fun. I'm glad to be back, and I'm glad that we did another episode. It's been like a month or 2. It feels like it. But keep up with the socials like always, guys. Well, we're definitely now that we have Cyberpunk coming out, this is a really big game for both of us.
Yes.
And then we're playing a lot of different games. So I'm glad to be able to do more single player games so I can actually write some stuff for once because it's been a while. So I'm definitely going to do something on Immortals once I get that done. That's going to take me a few weeks, probably, like 2 or 3 weeks. Definitely Cyberpunk. That's going to be a joint effort.
That's going to be for everybody, yeah.
So that I say we probably won't do anything for that for like a month or so because we really want to digest that.
Yeah, we want to take everything pretty much that comes out of that game.
Yeah. So yeah, keep up, definitely. Instagram's been very active. We'll post on the website hopefully soon with those 2 games, since these are very big multiplayer games. Keep a lookout for that. And a YouTube channel, because we're definitely going to do a Cyberpunk video for sure.
And we're going to be doing a lot of more videos too, with different games that we've been playing. Like, I know Nick has a lot of Smite gameplay and everything, so just keep up with that.
Yeah, definitely. The Smite gameplay was something that we were talking about. We wanted to do, so that's going to be fun. Besides that, I mean, just keep tuned. We're always brainstorming. And we're just trying to bring something that's usually fun.
Of course.
But we'll see you guys later. Take care. And pass Joystick, guys.
All right. See you later, guys.